then W and V, and 2 is not W. Okay. I need T's and S's, okay? That will end up looking like that. The only places for T's and S's are right here. It's in a conditional, which means I need to get the negation of this to get the negation of that, and then we'll somehow worry about turning that into that form. So first thing I need is the negation of this, which is not W and V. And by De Morgan's, that's the same thing as not W or not V. I have a not W, so I can get to not V easy. Not W or not V from 2 by addition. And then not W, so not W and V from 3 by De Morgan's. Now I can do a modus tollens with 1 as I had planned. I get not S or T from 1 and 4 modus tollens. Okay. Let me do De Morgan's on this. Let me push the negation through, and I get not S and not T. Okay, from 5 by De Morgan's. Now, if I think about this, let's do duplication on it, and I get not T or S. So I'm going to grab this not T to make that to go back to here. So I need to move this to the other side. So I get not T and not S from 6 by com, and then not T from 7 by simplification, and then this not T, I can build this, not T or S from 8 by addition, and then, now I'm going to convert this to a then, not T becomes T, then S from 9 by implication, and we're done. Okay. And that was a fairly straightforward problem. I like the straightforward problems. 53, 55. Let's see if we can find a better pen. 55. Prove G. So we have to get to, and I have A, if and only if B. I have not A and not B, then not S or T, and then I have not A or not B and F, and 4 is S then F then G. I'm gonna, let me get this F by itself, and then I'm gonna use it for reasons I'll explain in a second. So F and not A or not B from 3 by com, okay? And 6 is F from 5 by simplification, okay? So now I'm going to do something we haven't done very much, and that is I'm going to do exportation backwards. So this says if S, then if F, then G, which is the same as if S and F, then G, from 4 by exportation. Okay, we haven't used that very much. Now I'm going to do COM on this antecedent and get F and S, then G from 7 by COM. And now I'm going to push this S out. So I get F, then S, then G from 8, and this is by exportation. Okay, why did I do that? Because I have an F, and that lets me get to S, then G from 6 and 9 most components. Okay, we want the G, so now we know S. Now we have to get S. Okay. To get S, we're going to have to get this consequent, which requires A and not B. Okay. And I'm going to use this in a minute, so let me just get it. I haven't simplified it yet. Not A or not B from 3 by simplification. Okay. So I need not A and not B, okay? And let me do De Morgan's on this too. Not A and B from 11 by De Morgan's. Okay. So I need this, okay? What I haven't used so far is this. And now you can break that into two conditionals, if A, then B, and if B, then A. But you can also, there's two options on material implication, and the other one is A and B, or not, no, it's and. A and B, and Barney go, no, or not Fred and not Barbie. Okay, that is from 1 by material equivalence. Okay, now why was this helpful? Look at this. This is the opposite of this one, so I can get that by disjunctive syllogism. So I get not A and not B from 12 and 13, disjunctive syllogism. Okay, and why was that important? Because this is what lets me get to the not S or T by modus tollens, opponents. So 15 would be not S or T from 2 and 14, 2 and 14 modus opponens, okay? And from this, I need to get an S so I can get my G. So let's first get rid of this, let's push this negation through. So I get S and not T from 15 by De Morgan's. I needed the S and it's in an and it's on the left side, so I could say S from 16 by simplification. I got that S, so I can get the G from 10. So 18 is G from 10 and 17 modus ponens, and that's it. I would say that's a rather difficult problem because you had to use material equivalence and you had to know which form to use, okay? Sometimes I just convert the biconditional into both of them and look at them and then decide which one is more useful. And by the way, it is perfectly okay if you have extra steps that don't go anywhere. Does everybody understand that? So you might think, oh, I'll do this and that and it will help, and you're like, ah, crap, that doesn't help. Okay. And so your proof is longer than it needs to be, because those were steps that you didn't need to do. This is what I would say about it. As long as they're legal, just leave them. You know what I mean? And then go on and do the stuff that you need. And also, I've said before, do not leave a problem blank, right? You do as many legal steps as you can, and if you do enough, depending on the problem, you can get half credit. So I adjusted 55, so 57, Y or X, got not A or B. 2 is not B or C. 3 is A, then C, then not X, then Y. Okay. So, look, we don't see this, we don't see it in our opposite in an antecedent or anything like that, but it is a blob of Y's and X's, and there's a blob of Y's and X's. So I just know, go get that, and somehow we'll be able to convert it to that, okay? So what that means is I need A, then C. I don't have that, I don't see its opposite anywhere, blah, 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 blah. It's a conditional, and one of my favorite ways of getting a conditional I don't have is by hypothetical syllogism. So I'm going to convert this into a then and this into a then, and just see what falls out. Okay, implication on this gets me A, then B from 1 by implication, okay? And then if I do implication on 2, I get B, then C from 2 implication. And look, A then B, B then C, so I can get rid of the middleman, A then C. That's 4, 5 hypothetical syllogism. So I made exactly what I needed. Let's put it into